What's going on, guys? Gorilla Ray here. Today I'm bringing you a video going over the Scout Elite Sniper Rifle in Battlefield Hardline. I'm going to be giving you a basic review for this weapon, going to give you my main attachments that I use, and also give you the statistics for this weapon, and some basic comparisons to some of the other sniper rifles in Battlefield Hardline. So, to get this video started out, I'm going to go over my main setup, give you guys what I run with most of the time, and what I feel works best with this weapon. Alright, so as you can see here, this is my main setup, my main attachments that I normally run with the Scout Elite. And I'm going to go over each one in detail, kind of give you guys why I use it and why I think that it works best with the Scout Elite in Battlefield Hardline. So, first off, let's take a look at the optic. If we go to the optic, you can see that I've messed around with a lot of the different optics with this weapon. I feel like if you're running any type of game type that is pretty fast paced but also has some distance to cover, the 8x rifle scope is definitely going to be the way to go. It's the most versatile out of all of them, plus it takes up the least amount of screen and you're able to track enemies not aiming down sight very easily with this optic. If we take a look at some of the other ones like the PKS-07, the TA-648, those are 7x and 6x scopes, so you have pretty good leeway when it comes to going under the 8x scope. You have all of these, but when you talk about going over, all you have left is the 14x scope. So if you're running any map that's really big and you feel like sitting back and just kind of camping, then the hunter scope is for you. But to me, the rifle scope is most versatile in close quarters to medium to long-term range. So overall, the rifle scope 8x scope is definitely the way to go, and this is what I normally run on any of my Scout Elite setups. So next we're going to go over the accessory. I always run the straight pull. The straight pull is definitely a necessity when it comes to this weapon, mainly because when you have the straight pull equipped, this weapon fires at an insane rate. You can fire this weapon so fast, it's unbelievable compared to previous Battlefields, and I feel that it's a little overpowered with the fire rate for this weapon, but it's definitely awesome and I love having it. So the straight pull is definitely something that you're going to want to have equipped if you really feel like having an advantage when it comes to magazine size. Obviously you can have the extended mags, but that is going to decrease your maneuverability a little bit, not by much, but I feel that having 11 bullets in the magazine already is a pretty good way to go, and I feel like the straight pull is definitely the main setup and the main accessory that I use for the Scout Elite. If we go over the muzzle brake, I always use this on the Scout Elite. Sometimes I'll throw on a suppressor if I'm in like close quarters playing some team deathmatch. Then it's pretty fun to use, but the muzzle brake will reduce your felt recoil, and it also makes the weapon a little more controllable when you're firing at a very high fire rate. So having this equipped as well as the straight pull is definitely what you want to have. It's definitely going to increase your fire rate as well as your control overall with the Scout Elite rifle. So as you can see here, for my camo, I got gold plated a little while ago. I think I'm around like almost 1,200 kills with it, so I feel like the gold plated looks really good on this weapon. But anyways, I'm gonna go over now the main statistics for this weapon and give you guys why I believe it is the best sniper rifle in Battlefield Hardline. Alright, so when taking a look at the statistics for the Scout Elite Sniper Rifle in Battlefield Hardline, I kind of wanted to look at the advantages and disadvantages compared to some of the other sniper rifles, but when it comes to the Scout Elite, there are very minimal disadvantages. So I'm going to be going over these main statistics and give you guys why I believe this is one of the best weapons in Battlefield Hardline. So the main advantages that I noticed is the damage. So the damage right away is at 75 and the end damage is at 51 now. A lot of the other ones have a start damage of 100, but take into consideration how fast this weapon fires. So the rate of fire is at 73 rounds per minute. When it comes to other sniper rifles, that averages around 51 rounds per minute. So the Scout Elite has a very high fire rate. You're able to come up with that second follow-up shot insanely fast, and you're going to notice in some of the gameplays how quickly I'm able to two-shot kill someone. Even though it does take 2 shots, it's not that big of a deal because of how fast the fire rate is. So having a damage of 75 and an end damage of 51 means that you're always going to be two-shotting unless a headshot. One thing I should also mention is, compared to Battlefield 4, the Scout Elite has got a massive increase. So when it comes to the damage in, I think Battlefield 4, it was much less, and you could headshot someone across the map and it wouldn't kill them. But when it comes to the Scout Elite, this weapon will one-shot kill no matter what in Battlefield Hardline when you get a headshot. So that's one thing that I really like about this weapon, and I feel that they upgraded it really well for Battlefield Hardline. So the next advantage that I notice is the magazine size. The magazine size has 11 bullets in the magazine, which is quite a lot more than the other ones at 6. So I feel like the rounds per minute and the magazine size are definitely going hand in hand. Having a high fire rate, you're going to need to be able to conserve your ammo a little better, but having 11 is definitely going to be an advantage, and it's going to help you not run out of bullets in your magazine as quickly as a lot of the other sniper rifles. The next advantage that I notice is the max distance. The max distance is at 3,200 meters, meaning that you're going to do your main damage at that range. So having it at 3,200 meters compared to around 2,500 of the other sniper rifles, you're going to be able to kill at a lot further ranges with this weapon. And that's another advantage that I really like about this weapon. You can use this weapon in any scenario. With its high fire rate, you're able to use it in close quarters and get those kind of quick scope, no scope kind of kills, but you're also going to be able to kill at further ranges. So the muzzle velocity is the next advantage that I notice, and that is at 640 meters per second. So that is definitely very, very good. This thing fires like a laser compared to a lot of the other sniper rifles, which average are probably around 500 meters per second. So the muzzle velocity is definitely an advantage, and I felt that that is very, very good for the Scout Elite. A lot of these statistics are all advantages so far. I mean, there was some little bit of a disadvantage when it came to the start damage of 75, but because of the high fire rate, you're able to follow up with that second shot, and it's so easy to get 2-shot kills with this weapon. The next advantage that I notice as well is the 2.85 reload speed when you have bullets left in the magazine, and the 4.3 with the full empty clip. So that's above average when it comes to the sniper rifles in Battlefield Hardline. Another thing with this weapon is the recoil is very easy to aim down sight, fire, and stay on your target and fire that second shot. So that is another advantage that I noticed. So those are the main advantages and disadvantages. I know there were very minimal disadvantages like I stated earlier, but these are the main statistics that I found with the Scout Elite, and I felt that this weapon is incredibly good. Like I was saying earlier in the video, this weapon you can use so many different situations. It's so versatile. I like using it a lot of times, even playing team deathmatch, throw on an ACOG scope and run around and just kind of quick scope. This is a very good quick scoping weapon as well because of how easy it is to come up with that second follow-up shot. But this also strives at further ranges as well. So overall, I found that this is probably my favorite weapon in Battlefield Hardline for the sniper rifles. And I felt that it is so versatile and has so many good statistics compared to the other sniper rifles that I couldn't choose any other over this, and the Scout Elite is a little overpowered even in my mind. But hopefully you guys gained some information from this video. If you guys did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe for more videos like this in the future. So thanks again for watching this video, and I will talk to you all later.